Hi guys, Soloq here with a new video, and this video is an update about Battleground Blitz, which is better known as Soloq Rbg, which is going to be a brawl, which is going to be a permanent brawl in Gardens of the Dream, I think. That is the name of 10.2, and that is a brawl that is going to be tested and hopefully loved by the players. So we get a Soloq Rbg mode in 10.2.5, in 10.2.7, or in 10.3, hopefully in 10.2.5, but we'll have to see, because they do say Gardens of the Dream, and I think they do give another name every single little patch, but I'm not sure about that. But anyways, hopefully we get that really soon. And it's an upgrade. They are going to do a few changes, but I'm going to talk about the good thing is that there is a new brawl with the Blues, the 13th of October, which is a Friday, and it will be at 12 p.m. my time, so it will be 12 a.m. I don't know, it's midnight for me, and it will be 3 p.m. PDT until 5 p.m. PDT. So pretty much 2 hours, and it will be like previously, where a lot of people are going to play because they like to own some blues, I guess, but also just in general they know, okay, everyone is going to play, so I'm going to play as well, and the queues are going to be quite fast normally. Especially with the changes that they're going to bring in, I think it will be easier to have some matchmakings in general. Again, to reiterate, Soloq Rbg is a 8 versus 8 game mode, which is going to be rated with maximum and minimum 2 healers in each group, and 5 DPS in one tank, or 6 DPS without a tank. So it will be also mirrored, so if you have a tank in your team, the enemy team will also have a tank in their team. And depending if you have a tank or not, you will have certain maps or you will not have certain maps, pretty much. And it is also a sped up RBG setting where matches are around 10 to 12 minutes matches, win or loss. It's high pace, mount speed is also faster, etc. So I made multiple videos about it, so if you want to check that out, please do check that out. I explain everything in details, but also show you guys with gameplay, for example. But in general, it's a great mode, and you will be able to test it in 2 days, pretty much, so Friday. So if you want to check that out, you can for sure check that out. I will try to play on it and make videos about it, so I have footage and maybe give my perspective on different specs or classes in those game modes. But it's going to be quite fun. But there is also a feedback and updates coming to Battleground Blitz, which is probably the most important part of the video. Most people do skip the videos in general, but hopefully you do watch the whole video. So they first and foremost thank us for playing on the recent PvP with the Blues event. Again, you have multiple preview posts and such to know what it is, Battleground Blitz. But they want to provide some additional context information around Soloq Rbg. So pretty much, it will be introducing Gardens of the Dream, which is 10.2, and it will be a permanent brawl in the rotation. Like I said, to gather information, data, feedback, and also to determine what they're going to do and the approach to do it for Soloq Rbgs in the future. Upcoming updates. So cross-faction queuing, which was a problem, I did point it out multiple times. During the PvP with the Blues event, players may have noticed their faction changing with mercenary mode being applied to them. The intent here was to prioritize quality matches and shorter queues for Brawl, regardless of which faction a player belongs to. We saw the abundance of feedback from those who disliked the forced race change with mercenary mode, so we're working on cross-faction support for Battleground Blitz. Normally in Soloq Rbg, it will be without a problem, it will be supported, but I think because it is a brawl, it is a harder thing to implement, I think. But they're going to try to implement it for brawl as well, so you are not going to switch races or faction from match to match. So for example, if you were like a druid and you are normally a night elf, you will be switched onto a troll, so it will be very different, like racial wise. You don't have a resto, for example, so it's quite big, and I think it's better to just keep your own race, so at least you have the same appearance, you have the same racial, you have the same everything. I think it's better. For the better, it will be better to keep it like unchanged, so without race change. So that's a good thing. They're working on it. They're also going to give item level scaling and requirements. So for Battleground Blitz, the item level for equipped gear above 312 item level will scale to 472, which is 4 items level below Season 3 Honor gear. So you do want still the best gear possible, but if you don't have the gear, like the best gear possible, you do get scaled, which is a good thing. Similar to how gear scaling currently works for other unranked modes. So since it's a brawl, everyone will be able to go in to grind, for example, gear with conquest. So that's a good thing. But I think once the ranked solo queue mode will be out, it will be like Soul Shuffle, where you have a minimum item level, probably the honor gear item level, to actually enter that game mode. The scaling is limited to 312 and above to avoid potential issues with overscaling stats on items from previous expansions, and they did well to do that. We will look to adjust this scaling later in the season as players acquire high item levels via conquest gear. There will be also an average minimum item level to queue for the brawl, which is item level 330. This should ensure players will be in 312 item level gear for each slot. Yep, because it's an average, right? So rewards, they changed a few rewards. The rewards were very low for a brawl and just for a rated, tested game mode, I would say. But now they changed it, so you are actually able to farm conquest with this game mode. So I think it will be the most efficient way to get conquest without ruining your ranked progression in Soul Shuffle 3s or 2s. So for the first win of the day, you will get 100 conquest, but for following wins, you will get 50 conquest. So effectively, the time spent in that game mode will not be lost. But also, whenever you have a close loss, for example, Arati Basin 1600 to 1500, for example, you will get 25 conquest. So even if you're losing, you will not have like a wasted time, I would say, for the loss. Again, you have like a hidden MMR kind of thing. They do tested it on a PTR, so I think it will be also live in 10.2. So hopefully you also see your progression with wins and like MMR kind of thing. That would be actually neat. But right now it is the case on the PTR, so I assume it will be the same for 10.2 as well. But this is actually very good. I think I really like it. So I can actually say, okay, look, I want to have conquest to matter in unrated, so I can actually get the gear, so I can actually progress into my rated journey, which is 2s, 3s, or Soul Shuffle, or Team RPGs, whatever. But once Solo Rbg is going to be out, again, I think it will be also nice to have the unrated versions of the game to be very relevant to conquest games, so you can actually have unrated to get gear and rated to get the best MMR possible or CR possible to get other rewards, right? That would be my philosophy. I already discussed it multiple times in previous videos, so if you want to check that out, do check that out. But I think this is a huge win in general. If it's going to go live in 10.2, I do want it to be 150 conquest and 75 conquest, and here, for example, 50. But I guess it is a good right step into the best possible direction, I would say. Several achievements have been added for participating in and winning Battleground Blitz matches found under the player versus player tab, which is going to be great. So if you, I guess you get titles for it, maybe. But again, if you want to like hunt some achievements, that would be also a good opportunity to do that in the Battleground Blitz brawl. So again, they are quite trying to push players into that brawl to get either conquest achievements or to be able to test that brawl effectively, right? Because you still need bodies to do that. And they're, I'm agreeing with them that it will be somewhat unpopular to like spam brawls day in, day out, because just in general you're going to play a unrated version of the Soloq Rbg, so people prefer to spend their time into something that is going to last, which is SCR, and we'll have to see if they're going to make it popular over the long term. Hopefully we do get a title or two because of participating in Battleground Blitz, so you can actually hunt those titles if you only care about the rewards behind it. In addition to the weekly something different brawl quest, so you will have a good brawl quest to get huge conquest gains and honor gains. 2 additional weekly quests have been added for Battleground Blitz, again to actually add conquest gains and also honor gains, which is a huge win, guys. If you want to like get a quick gear, you could basically play Battleground Blitz, so effectively testing the brawl for the Soloq Rbg version, but also empowering yourself to get better gear to play rated like stuff, like for example 2s, 3s, Soul Shuffle or Team RPGs. You will be able to find this talking to Militia and Baldragon, which is the same drag tier you're talking like for different quests, right? With the second quest requiring the first one to be complete for the week, which is going to be quite nice. Again, I'm excited to play the Battleground Blitz format. They also added a deserter penalty that is applied after leaving a Soul Shuffle match will also now apply for Battleground Blitz. So if you leave an unrated environment, don't expect to queue up with any other character to another unrated or rated environment, which is a win. Again, you should not leave games. If you're lagging out games, you should check your internet provider or anything else, because you're hampering on the fun of like 15 other guys. So again, try to think about them as well. Items, spells and toys that currently cannot be used in rated battlegrounds will not be able to be used in Battleground Blitz, so it will have the same rule set as rated battlegrounds, which is going to be nice because you could actually empower yourself with damage done, or with damage taken, or with heals, for example. You also had a lot of toys that are actually very burst busted, and also some spells which were like 10 minutes long, I think, like for example Bloodlust was being able to be used in Battleground Blitz, which now should not be able to be used except if you're an enhancement shaman that is playing with heroism PvP talent. As mentioned in our initial post, we're approaching this idea in a tempered manner. So again, they're trying to change things and to test those things as well. Adding a new format to PvP is a big commitment, which I'm very happy about. Our intent is to implement this in future as a PvP brawl first and experiment it, format, discover any problems and consider player feedback to actually make it a solo queue environment. They are going to also dig into additional details once it is well received about the rated mode, also including the rating changes, how the ladder will work, rewards, levers, and also additional team matching, which is, for example, spec stacking that's going to be gone if everything is going to be as planned. To further test Battleground Blitz and general PvP tuning, we will host another PvP brawl, blah 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 blah, which was already talked about at the start of the video. Overall, I'm very excited about an update. I'm actually always going to be excited about an update regarding PvP anyways, but I look forward to testing with you guys in 2 days. But also just in general, I'm actually looking forward to 10.2. I think 10.2 will be a very fun patch. In general, with all of changes, with a meta switch, with a new season, with hopefully a few things going to be solved. For example, the MMR problems for healers in Soul Shuffle, that should be solved. 2v2 and 3v3, hopefully they do get a bit more participation. I think Soul Shuffle having more rewards would be cool as well. Team RPGs, they're not going to do too many things because again their focus is about Soloq RPGs. I'm very sorry guys about that, but to be honest, the player base decides what is winning or not. if Soloq Rbgs has terrible numbers compared to team RPGs, they're going to drop it also. So again, they wanted to be successful, so they put all their eggs into one basket, which is probably right now the solo queue modes, which is Solo Shuffle and Soloq Rbgs. Is it a good thing or not? Time will decide. I think we need rewards. We need to, just in general, have the best possible PvP for the game, rated and unrated. So hopefully we get that with 10.2. Again, thank you for watching this video. Really appreciate you. It's a 15-minute video talking about Soloq Rbgs. Is it interesting? Is it not interesting? Let me know in the comment section below again. I'm actually currently playing a lot of RAF. The ICC patch is very good. If you want to catch up gear, it's very easy with like the dungeon fire with Gamma. I'm probably going to make a video about it on the second channel, maybe on the primer channel, which is this one. But again, if you want to look forward to maybe how to catch up on Wrath of the Lich King just in general, check my second channel or check in a future video on this channel to know how to start with Wrath of the Lich King. Again, thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye.